This is the 2026 Range Rover SE P400 long wheelbase 7-seat. It is a mouthful to say. Is it the perfect luxury SUV? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. We're back at Land Rover of Shreveport for today's video. If you want to know more, check out the link down in the description of the video. The exterior color is called Bitumi Gold. It really looks nice, especially under the lights here in the showroom at the dealership. We have a Perlino on Perlino interior. You can see the Range Rover logo that stands out prominently here against this exterior color. It really looks nice. And as we work our way down the classic look with the grille, we're going to have our Land Rover logo right there. And then the gold color is going to come right here. Lower grille here with our sensors, front view camera, and then a little bit more of the multiple finishes we're going to have all over the front end here. It works pretty well. We're going to have full LED lighting. I'm going to turn the lights on right here on this side just so you can see everything in action. The premium LED headlights and signature daytime running lights. You can turn everything on so you can see what's going on there. Low and high beam or LED. We're also going to have our fog lights right down here. Very nice, something that's a little different. It doesn't look the same as every other fog light out there. And with our remote, you're going to have lock, unlock. You can hit the button right there to turn on those locator lights that I just turned on when you need to find your Range Rover in the parking lot. It does have a mechanical key inside so that you can get into the interior if the battery on the remote or key fob dies. Now you'll notice remote start isn't there. That's actually on the app that'll be on your phone. Now, all-wheel drive on air ride suspension. These are the upgraded 23-inch wheels in place of the 21-inch wheels. The finish on here actually has a nice luxurious look to it. For those that don't like gloss black, something here that is going to be for everybody. We'll have our typical look with all of the different design elements here with the Range Rover here on the door. As far as our side view mirrors go, everything you want will be here. They're going to be power folding, heated, power adjustable. They have the turn signal indicator built in, as you can see right there. Blind spot monitoring, all of that is going to be here. Now, as far as your doors go, you're going to have the deployable door handles right here, just like that. So we lock the vehicle. When you put it into drive, they're going to deploy in like that. And then we're going to have my cameraman come around to this side so that I can show that they're also going to be soft close doors. So you close it, let's do it the right way, just like that, and you can see that that works its way in. We'll do that one more time just to make sure that you see that. There we go. And I like the combination here between our gold exterior and the gloss finish around the windows right here. It just gives it that nice luxurious look. Looks really good. Panoramic sunroof will be up top, so a lot of light that can come into the interior, but you will have the power shade to draw forward when you don't want all of that light coming in. Rear privacy glass will be here. It looks nice, looks right, and then we work our way around, and here's what we're going to have. Finishing things off, LED tail lights are going to be here. Hopefully that shows up nicely on the screen for you. We're going to show you that one more time. Up top, we're going to have our dual shark fin antennas. And that works its way back to the rear roof spoiler right here. And you might wonder, where is the rear window wiper? Well, it's nice that it's hidden away because it gives it a cleaner look here on the rear window. Right up there, that's going to work quite nicely. Now, you won't find exposed exhaust outlets back here. Some people like that, some people don't. It's supposed to give it a cleaner look. Tell me what you think about that. You can tow up to 8,200 pounds, by the way. You can see your hitch receiver right there hidden away underneath the bumper. Under the hood is the 3-liter 6-cylinder engine. It's turbocharged and supercharged. And to give you something a little bit different to look at here, we released the cover, the plastic cover right here so you can see what's underneath. 395 horsepower, 406 pounds-feet of torque, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60, about 5.5 seconds. Top speed is a limited 150 miles an hour. Imagine that. How about your MPGs? Let's go over here to the window sticker. Most likely you're not going to be able to see this because of the glare in the showroom, so I'm going to just tell you what it says. We're looking at 19 city, 24 highway, 21 combined, 4.8 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. How about your gas tank details? You don't get that in a lot of these car review videos. 23.8 gallons in capacity, and driving distance on a full tank of gas. In the city, 428 miles. That number will jump to 571 miles out on the highway. And before we talk about our cargo area details, here's your license plate that you can use. Apparently Land Rover owners like that. Now in the state of Louisiana, we can use that effectively because we can put it on the front end. We don't need license plates on the front end of our vehicles here like they do in a lot of other states. Now we will have the split tailgate right here. I'm going to hit the button right there to open everything up as far as both areas. The tailgate suite is here. We're going to have the lighting up top that shines straight down. That's going to make things nice and easy after dark. And then one thing you don't have here is a spare tire. There is a tire repair kit, but hopefully you won't ever need that. Now, let's talk a little bit about cargo capacity. First of all, we've got our buttons right here. So we can lower the rear seats just like this. That's going to automatically lower when I push those buttons. It's nice that I don't have to hold those down while the action is completing. And then we'll do the same thing. Now you can do one or both at the same time. It depends on what you need to do. Now, how about your cargo capacity? Behind the third row, 13.2 cubic feet. Behind the second row, 38.8 cubic feet. And behind the front row, when all rows are lowered, the second and third, 82.8 cubic feet. And we'll see that we have some nice cargo area lighting back here. I really like that. That is very nice, very bright, going to offer a lot of ability to see what's going on. Now, one thing that's nice here is that you have the ability to get these seat belts out of the way if you need to, so they're not just flopping around back here when you have everything lowered. And I'm going to come over to this other side right here so I can show you some of the other buttons here and what they do. Now, we can use this right here to raise the rear of the Range Rover on the air ride suspension. So if you need to make it easier to gain access to the cargo area, maybe somebody a little bit taller just makes it easier to load and unload cargo. Now there's everything going up. So now I'm going to show you how quickly it goes back down when I release the air from the air ride suspension, making things easier to gain access for those who maybe aren't so tall. Let's talk about what your second and third row passengers are going to find. There's actually a lot to talk about back here. First, we'll talk about the door panel right here. A lot of space, plenty of room. You're going to have the power shade. All that's going to be here. Power seats with seat memory for your middle seat passengers and a nice large door bin down there. All the trim work here looks great. Very luxurious, very clean. I like the look. Now, we're going to show you something here. On the door, inside of the door area right here, you're going to have that up and down arrow on the bottom. That is going to allow me to move the seat out of the way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you see this happen as I push it. What's going to happen is I push the button, this seat will start to move, and the front seat will actually get up and out of the way. See how it's moving right there? It's getting out of the way to make it easy for this seat to be moved so I can gain access to the third row. And if you're wondering what those other two buttons are above that, that is for lowering and raising the seat backs for the third row. Third row passengers can have a decent amount of leg space back here depending on where these middle seats are set. These do move back and forth. We'll show you where the controls are when we hop back into that area. Now, let's talk about what your passengers are going to find back here. First of all, we've got the air conditioning vent located right here. It's going to be nice and close to the passengers. You already saw the lighting back here, this lighting element, but that works really well. Cup holder, and then you've got a bank of switches right here. That's going to be for the heated seat, only heated in the third row, and then the buttons right here, you can move those middle seats forward and back to get them out of the way and put them back in place. Also going to have the USB port right there. Plenty of space back here, that's for sure. I'm nice and comfortable. It does depend on where these middle seats are set. And there is a lot of space here in the middle row. Now the controls are right here for moving the seats back and forth. You can see that there's seat memory on there. That's going to be very nice. So I'm going to move myself back a little bit here. I can move forward, can move back. We can also change the recline in the seats. So depending on where your passengers want that to be set, they can do that. Now, we also have the ability to bring the power shade forward if we want to. Can do that. We can bring it back, or we can switch and go right here and go to our power shades if we want to do that. There's your power window, and once the window is all the way up, then we can bring the power shade. If you want to bring that up, we can bring that up right here just so you can see what's going on where that is concerned. Nice little tricks as far as your features and functionality go. Oh crap handle is right here with the light. Air conditioning vents will be located right here. And then we're going to fold down our center armrest with the space within. We're going to have that. We're also going to have our cup holders. Let me get that down. There's your cup holders concealed away. Put that back in place. And we'll have the seat pockets on the back of each seat. Now, as far as your third and fourth zones of climate control, dual in the front, dual in the rear, we have the ability to adjust our fan speed on each side if you want to do that. We can push that again. You can adjust the temperature, obviously, and then you can come here and turn on the heated seats, or you can turn on the ventilated seats. All those things you're used to having here, air conditioning vents, and then down here, we're gonna have our USB ports and our power outlet. For those of you who were patient and watched the video and didn't skip around, the sticker price is $144,005. If you need that extra $5, I promise to loan it to you. Just tell me when you're at the dealership. Let's see what else you get for that price. With the upper console, we're going to have our lights, all the typical things you expect. Here is the control for the power shade, and here is the control for the sunroof itself to open and close that. Now, we're going to have the digital rear view mirror if you want to take advantage of that. We're going to have home link on this side, and over on the right hand side will be the buttons to control everything depending on what you want to adjust. You can adjust brightness and all that good stuff right there. Or you can just use it as a conventional mirror if you want to. Just like that, it depends on your preference. Nice materials throughout the interior here. Let's take a look at our upper and lower glove boxes. First of all, we're going to have the upper or lower glove box down there, I should say. That's going to open up automatically. We'll close that up for you. You had to push the button and open the top glove box right here. Get that little sticker out of the way just to show you what's here. And we'll close that up. On the passenger side door over there, there's one of your speakers for your sound system. And we're going to have a nice large armrest, controls with seat memory, just like we had in the rear seating area. On the driver and passenger doors here, large door bin, power adjustable seats. And one thing you might notice is you don't see the control for lumbar support. It's in the center screen. I'll show you where that is shortly. Here are the controls for your side view mirrors. If you want to take advantage of that, you can push the buttons here and lock and unlock the doors. We can fold the side view mirrors in if we want to with the push of a button, this button right here. And then your one touch down, one touch up windows at all four corners. Seat memory, it's all here. And your power parking brake is located right down here. If you want to take advantage of that, you can just push that. And on the right-hand side of the steering wheel right here is going to be the control for maneuvering the positioning of the steering wheel, whether it's tilt or telescopic. And then your driver's display, you can have navigation up there. Quite a few things you can do as far as that goes. You'll do that with your steering wheel mounted controls right here. You can push that button, and that will bring everything up. You can see what all is here. You also have a head-up display that's going to be a little hard to see, I think. We'll try and show it to you, but you can see the settings are right there. It just depends on what you want to do. Adaptive cruise control is here, your heated steering wheel, shifter paddles on the back of the steering wheel to work your way back and forth through that 8-speed transmission. Front and rear window wipers controlled here. Headlights, fog lights, and your turn signal indicators are controlled with that lever on the left-hand side. Here's our Pivy Pro infotainment screen, 13.1 inches. If you want to turn the auto stop start off, you can do that right there. You can turn it back on too. It just depends on what you want to do. We can go into all of our different driving modes here, dynamic, comfort, eco. You can see what all is here. A little bit of everything, even rock crawl, if you want to take your $144,005 Range Rover out and do some rock crawling with it, you can do that. And we'll have navigation, all that good stuff's going to be here. You can wirelessly pair your smartphone. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are here. Navigation, depending on what you need to do, you can come in here and see what's going on with your wheel info. And also your angles as far as what you're doing out on the trail. You can see a few of the other features that are here. Your driving modes will also be right here. And then your ride height can be adjusted here. You can go with access, normal, and off-road. When you get to, I think it's 15 miles per hour, it's going to go back to normal no matter what. But that is something to know about. Wade sensing also here, so you know you're supposed to go about 2.2 feet 6 inches of water is what you can go through. So you can do that. Now, one thing I do want to show you right here, we're going to come in here and we're going to go right up here. And here is what I was talking about. Now you do have your massage seats up here. You have your seat heat. You can go to adjust and you'll have a few things that you can do here. As you can see, headrest, your shoulders, and the bolstering right there. There is your lumbar support or the cushion. It just depends on what you want to do. And if you want to know what more shows, here's what it shows as far as you can fold the seats automatically from right here. You can adjust the headrest. You can have the chauffeur setting where it moves the passenger seat up over there. We'll come back out of here. We're going to go right here to those 4 little boxes down there, and you can see everything that is here. As I told you earlier, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Here are our multiple camera views all around the Range Rover. Just depends on where you need to see and what you want to see. It's just that simple to come in here and do that. Now, as far as your off-road view goes, it gives you that front view camera right there so you can see what's directly in front of you. If you need to tow something and take advantage of that 8,200 pounds of towing capacity, you can back up to a trailer and hitch up to that without anyone helping you out, as you can see right here. Now, we're going to come back in here just to show you a little bit more of what's going on. So you can see low traction launch for your low traction situations, whether it's ice or whatever the situation is. You've got towing right here if you want to deal with that. Cabin lighting, which unfortunately I don't think I can give you a very good view of here, but you do have a lot of ambient lighting in here. It's pretty decent, just depends on what you want. You've got all of your different colors with your blues and your reds and your oranges. It's all going to be here. You can come in and even make changes here to audio if you want to do that with your treble and your bass and your subwoofer. All of that's going to be here just to show you a few of the features and functionality going on with your center screen. Now, let's move down here. You can neatly conceal this area away if you want to. Your wireless charging pad is here, a USB port, and a little bit of storage right there. We'll close that back up. Here is your shifter. Neatly fits in the palm of my hand. I like that. The button to start and stop the engine is right here. And then we have our cup holders that are neatly concealed away right there. But that's not all there is. There's another USB port. You can see it illuminated right there. And then a decent amount of space down here. It actually goes forward quite a bit. Nice little amount of storage. We can bring those cup holders back up, cover that up if we want to. Now you do have the built-in armrests on these seats, and something else we'll show you down here. If we can see it, the illuminated belt buckle. All of the belt buckles are illuminated throughout the interior like that. I do like to use the center console lid as an armrest. Just works better for me that way. And when you open that up, guess what? It's going to be a refrigerated console. I don't have the ignition on right now, so it's not going to come on, but you'd have 2 different stages that you can take advantage of with that. And there it is, the 2026 Range Rover SE P400, 7-seat long wheelbase. It is a mouthful. Say it 5 times fast in a video and I'll give you a Vehicle Visionary t-shirt. What do you think about this Range Rover? Is it the perfect luxury SUV? I'm curious to get your feedback. I would like to say a special thanks to our friends at Land Rover of Shreveport for loaning us this Range Rover for the day so we could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give us the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. That's appreciated and very helpful. Make sure to subscribe and share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out one of the videos that's on the screen right now, and we'll see you there.